Okay, how you doing, Marquesa here? You know they call me Zoom Queen. I didn't come up with that on my own, just saying. But how you doing? Okay, I know you're wondering where's your theme music? Well, I'm making some changes, so I'm just gonna have y'all just gonna have to deal without my theme music today. How you doing? How you doing, Marquesa here? So what I'm gonna do is I want to make sure that I am live and you guys can see me. So let me just see right now. Because yeah, I have in the past just pretty much spoke to myself thinking I was live. Okay, so I just want to make sure. Here we go, get over here. Yes, there I am. Okay. It's always good when you go live to make sure everyone hears you. Now, if you're in my leveraging Zoom group, you can always get there by going to Zoom to Grow, zoomtogrow.com. That's my leveraging Zoom group. This is where, guys, so many Zoom stars are in there and just individuals that want to leverage Zoom in their business, in their life, in their job, right? And it's all different levels. So please do not feel intimidated. It's fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm in here. I can see myself. Hey, y'all. So if you want to comment back to me, please let me know. And I'll just give a little secret, and folks in the group can understand what I'm saying. I'm just two people away, from a milestone in my group. Help a sister out. I'm talking about my leveraging Zoom. So if you're watching this, go to zoomtogrow.com so I can make my milestone. Okay. Appreciate that. And tell somebody else about that. Okay. If you're thinking, well, Marquesa, I can't join you on Facebook, is there another way? And you're not maybe watching me right now, just go to zoommybiztool.com. I know I'm just addicted to domains. I have issues. I need to go to Domains Anonymous. I really do. Anyway, zoommybiztool.com. And on that page is all the different places you can join me live, okay? Because I am on YouTube. Hey, y'all. I'm on LinkedIn. Hey, y'all. And about 3 or 4 places on Facebook as well as Twitter. So how you guys doing out there? And of course, in my beloved group, because I just want to connect to you all. Now, today is about what's your question? Because I'm on a plane in I feel like it's definitely less than a little bit more than 24 hours. No, it's not. Oh my goodness. I have to leave my apartment at about 5 a.m. in the morning. And so I'm gonna pretty much be up all night. I don't even know if I'm gonna get any sleep. So it's a lot going on. So I can't go live tomorrow, which I normally do on Thursdays at 3. So if you're confused, don't be. I have an excuse. Be in the plane. A little difficult to go live in the plane. So anyway, I wanted to use this time to answer some questions, right? And don't worry, if I don't answer your question, I will answer your question. Just stay tuned, when, where, and all that good stuff. But I open this to everyone. Normally my members meet with me pretty much every week and they can ask their questions, but this is for everybody. You still got a chance to submit your questions because, guys, I got some seriously techie questions. Goodness grief. So what I'm going to do is give you some thoughts on that, and then also share a resource where I get down and dirty with just taking Zoom to that next level. I love it. I love it. So we're going to get to those, but I also want to answer some ones that are a little simpler. So if you're thinking, well, I didn't get that email, how can I, submit my question? Go to another domain. Ask zoomqueen.com. I know you're like, send people to one place. I know. It's coming. Ask zoomqueen.com. That would be ASK, zoomqueen.com. Submit your question and you just may get yours answered, okay? So now I'm gonna go and open my Google Doc and see what I got over here. All right, it looks like Mary T, Patty, and Lori. Oh my goodness, some awesome questions. Okay, gotcha. Now, last week, you may have heard me talk about lower thirds. It's just been dropped. Yay! So what does lower thirds means? And I know you're like, well, Marquesa, why aren't you showing lower thirds? Lower thirds will show up on the Zoom webinar platform. Okay, so the next time you see me, I will be live streaming on Zoom webinar instead of Zoom meeting, so you can see the lower thirds. I would have done it today, but I'm just too backed up in preparing to go on a workcation. Okay, and if you're wondering, I feel like my glasses are dirty. Like, ooh. So you may say, well, Marquesa, what's a workcation? You know, what is that? That's when you still work. You know what I mean? Literally, not just sideways. But I get a chance to hang out with the petways, my grandparents' house, and work in my deceased grandfather's office. I've done that before. I'm going to work there for a bit, and I'm excited. All right. And it gives me a chance to, you know, at the end of my day or doing my lunch, you know, Scooter likes to lick me. That's the family dog. I like to hug my grandma, say hi to my auntie. You know, since I live alone, it kind of feels good when you have other people around. So I'm doing this workcation thing. Okay, here we go. I think that feels better, cleaner, fabulous. Okay, cool, good. All right, so guys, let me know and leveraging if you have questions, thoughts, but I'm gonna really only read the submitted questions in my Google Doc form. So here's the beautiful thing. If you need to find a Google Doc form or anything else related to this particular live, just go to zoommybiztool.com and it has all of that right there. Okay, good. So lower third, studio makeover, sharing slides, is all sorts of things. Here's a question that came in that I just so appreciate. One of the questions was, Marquesa, now I live stream on X platform or Y platform, but I noticed you live stream on Zoom. Why and how? You know, so the bigger picture of that is the why. Remember, anytime I do something, and you know, when it comes to a feature or a tool, my question is, how can I leverage this feature to increase, move the needle when it comes to how I impact? What do I mean by that? How, you know, I impact my audiences when I speak, when I share, whatever it is I do virtually, how can I take it up to that next level? Influence. A lot of people meet me for the first time when I live stream on various platforms. You know, sometimes I could be, you know, on another call doing something else, and somebody will come across that video and say, you know what, I'm going to follow her. I'm going to check her out. And I must say my list grows, my clientele grows because I live stream. So that means influence. Increase your income, okay? Because I'm thinking this through and I'm making decisions based on what are the important components to me when I serve, whether it's coaching, speaking, masterminding, I don't care what it is. When I leverage this tool right here, which is, I call it my virtual office, my virtual stage, my virtual studio, you get the deal. How can I leverage this so it just really helps my business? Don't get me wrong. I love the bells and the whistles, and I love all the different types of tools out there. But as I've, you know, been in business almost 20 years, I think of, is that tool going to move the needle in my business? If it's not, it can wait. But if it is, let me use it. So why am I saying all of that? To say that I use the Zoom platform to go live. And by the way, as a quick and dirty, you just go into your Zoom settings, all right? Page all the way down. You can even type in custom live streaming at the very top in the search box. Once you're in your settings, just type in custom live streaming or live streaming and it'll come up. And when you see live streaming, make sure you just click the arrow, turn it on, enable it, right? And depending on which platform you're going to use to help you live stream with Zoom. Now, can I live stream with Zoom directly to Facebook? Of course I could. Can I live stream to Zoom directly to YouTube? Of course I could, but I don't want to do that. I want to live stream to multiple places. So I need a multiple live streamer tool. And I use Restream. I love Restream. It's really easy, guys. So guess what I did? Here's the secret. I went to Google. You know that thing, that search engine everybody like? I went to Google and I said, Google, how do I connect my Zoom to Restream? And it literally gives you the steps. It's like a piece of cake. Super duper easy. That's what you want to do. So I told you the how. Why would I want to do that though? I mean, there's so many other tools out there I can use. Why would I want to do that? Well, here's the thing. When it comes to the Zoom platform, there's so many things I can do. What if I want to record it, and use it somewhere else? You know what I mean? Use this content maybe in my newsletter, use this content, maybe in an upcoming promotion or what have you. I like choices because I know that when I record, it's creating like 6 or 7 different types of recordings in the background for me. It's creating something called a highlights recording. Highlights means the Zoom has taken maybe my 30 minutes live and turned it into 5 minutes. And I can go into my back end to see how did they come up with that 5 minutes. Oh, I don't want to mention that, but I want to mention that. So I don't want to get too deep into the different types of recordings, but I like choices and options. And I also like leveraging my time. You get me? Right? Here's another thing. I understand the branding pieces as well. So the next time you see me go live, which will be next Thursday in my grandfather's office in Alabama, you're going to see me using lower thirds, which is a brand new feature that came out from Zoom, right? Here's another thing, and I can literally spend forever on each question. Something else I'm gonna start to do. What if you wanted people to attend your in-studio audience? You know what I mean? In other words, there are going to be people that are going to be watching you from different channels, but wouldn't it be cool if they could be in your studio audience when you're going live on Zoom? And the best way to make that happen is to use Zoom Webinar. And you can invite people, hey guys, if you want to come into my internal studio audience, that means you can ask me questions, I'll shout you out. Maybe you just want to watch instead of watching me on a platform. That's another way to engage people. And you can do that on Zoom Webinar without worrying about people's faces showing up or any type of distraction. I love Zoom meeting. But when I go live, I want to make sure that it's clear and, I don't have any distractions. Granted, I can mute everyone else. I can hide other people, but I have much more control when I'm using the Zoom webinar platform. Makes sense? So you could just do so many things. Why wouldn't you want to? Hello. Why wouldn't you want to? You can also say, I could ask maybe 4 of my members, Virtual Business Club, hey guys, come in during my live and I'm going to promote you one at a time. And we're going to discuss, maybe something you figured out on Zoom that's moved the needle for you, and I can promote them in and out. And guess what? Zoom is recording this. So again, I can use this somewhere else. You got to always think beyond that live. Think of how can I take this one piece of content and use it in multiple ways? Make sense? Fabulous. Here's another thing. You can say, hey, if you want to come to my in-studio audience, go to such and such website. And then at that website, you're using Zoom's registration form where you can ask all types of questions. And that is another way, again, not of only engaging, connecting, but growing your list. I can go on and on and on. But when you get on these others, well, you can, not sure what you can do. And I've been on others and the others are cool, but I just like, I don't know, I like what Zoom can do and I like all the different ways I can engage and I just like it. What can I say? And I can go on and on and on, but yeah, consider it. Now, can I add other things? Yeah, you'll see me when I get back here. Maybe even before I get back here, you'll see me using Ecamm again. The only reason I haven't been using it is because my MacBook Pro had to go into the hospital. Okay, I heard her a little bit. So, and my Ecamm and all my little, scenes and everything is right on my MacBook Pro, but I'm bringing all that back. So you'll see it. So that's another thing I love about Zoom. It talks to other platforms. Hello, okay? Speaking of other platforms, one of the questions that I was asked, where is that question? I'm looking at it right now. Well, the question was more so about ATEM Mini Some people use ATEM Mini as like a switcher, and that switcher really, in simple terms, guys, makes it super easy, super duper easy for you to transition from one slide to the next, or from a slide to a video, or from a person to another person, right? And then you can get funky with it and put other things up. Like you can do lower thirds, which Zoom now has, and you can do all of these other funky things. Like you could be over here talking and, video is playing. So that's why individuals will buy things like the ATEM Mini. I do not have it, but what I do have is Stream Deck. And I'm gonna tell you, I was just like you. I got the Stream Deck and I was like, oh, I'll do it later. I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with it later. Guys, all I had to do was Google again, how do I set up a Stream Deck? It took me 5 minutes. It was so easy. And it makes it easy for you to transition from one slide to the other without all the techie know-how, right? So these are the kind of tools you can use along with Zoom. So here's one of the questions that I got related to the ATEM Mini. Because when I mentioned it, I want you going, what's she talking about? What's she talking about? Now, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to pause because my bell is ringing and I know why. So hold tight. Hold tight. Oh my God. Hold tight. Hold tight. Hold tight. Jesus. Oh my. I don't think I've ever interrupted my life. Oh crap, did it quit? Oh no, I hope it didn't quit. I think it quit. Let me see. Am I still live? Let me see. No cursing, because if you're still live, it's gonna be terribly embarrassing. Am I still live? I do believe so. Let me see. No, stay on page. Let's do this. Because I just want to connect to y'all. Now today was about. Yeah, I'm still live. I'm still live. Okay, looks like I'm still live, which is good, but something happened. I may have to go back off and come back on. If so, I apologize because I clicked a button. Let me just see something. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. If not, guys, I'm going to go back out and come back in. Because it's still live. I can see it, but I'm going crazy. So let me just do this. Let me just get out of here and I'll come back. That damn technology. All right, let's just get out and come back in. Okay, here we go. Yep. I don't know why Zoom is acting crazy today. All right, it's saying that I'm live streaming now, which looks like I never left. That is quite interesting. All right, let me hit escape. Here we go. I just want to make sure, guys, I'm back. I want to make sure What was I trying to do? Here we go. Yeah, reload site for me. And I'll let y'all know what happened. What happened was, okay, now reload site. And let me go over here, restream. It'll tell me if I'm still going strong, what's going on, what's happening. Gosh, I'm hot. Sorry about that. See, when your blood pressure rises, goodness, watch out. All right, hold up. Blah, blah, blah. I almost want to sing, but I don't. There you go. Hello, I'm streaming again. Hey, y'all, I see you. Hey, it's a lot of folks on YouTube. Yes. Okay, I'm streaming again. I am back. I don't quite know what happened, but I do. And I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to bring my powder over here. And I don't want to leave again. So ignore the sweat. I apologize. Maybe, you know, the hair cuteness will make you forget the sweat. Or, you know, I can pretend like I'm in a gym on an elliptical machine. And, you know, anyway, let's move past that. I'm just going to get over that. Oh, let me make sure I don't have a lot of noise. Here's a tip, by the way. Some people will say, Marquesa, how can you block out the noise if you're on Zoom and there's some noise? And it's something that I just discovered. You want to click the microphone and you want to go to audio settings. You want to, what you want to do in order to suppress any background noise, you're going to see a little section that says, suppress background noise. I click high. However, here's the trick though. I would do that, but I could still hear background noise. You got me? So what I had to do was remove, where is that? I had to make sure I unchecked the original music button. There's something, it's called show in meeting option to enable original sound. Okay, and that sounds good. Let's say that you're playing music or something like that, and you want that, you want that awesome music. That didn't sound awesome though. But you want that really, really good music, you want to click original sound. But if you're trying to suppress the background, you're gonna lose the sound, if that makes sense. You know, I don't know if it made sense at all. And let me switch this microphone. Let's switch it real quick. Okay, gotcha. All right. I'm back. So if you guys are talking to me, go right back. And you may say, well, Marquesa, what happened? Why did we lose you? What happened was, oh, okay. Hey, Michael, I see you. Patty, I see you. Mary T, I see you. Oh, you know what? You're right. It's not in sync. That's interesting. Huh. And I don't even have eCam on. I'll be cockle-doodled. I don't know why. Yeah, you guys are telling me I can hear you, but the audio and video are out of sync, and I'm actually watching myself. I think it's back now, though. I think the sync is back now. I don't know. But anyway, guys, try not to look at the lips. Try not to look at the lips. All right, this is what happened. Last day before I travel for a while, I had to have some things delivered. And Amazon, and you know, out of all the other, I had a talk with Amazon. I said, can you not deliver when I'm going live? And they said yes. So they never deliver when I'm live, but today they delivered while I was live. So what are you gonna do? You know, if you don't answer, I'm in New York City, so if I don't buzz them in, they're gonna go away. You know, so my apologies. Normally, you know, I'm not live when they come, but they came today. So my apologies. All right, guys, I'm going a little bit over, supposed to go about 30 minutes, but I haven't gotten to even half the questions. If you have a question from me, remember, I'm not going to be able to answer them all today, but I'm planning to answer these questions throughout the month of July. I'm going to make July, let me answer your questions, okay? Month. I just came up with that. Let me answer your questions, okay? So the questions that are already answered had to do with, why I use Zoom to live stream and how simple and easy it is. And then another question I answered. But I was talking about, before I got cut off or distracted, I was talking about the ATEM Mini. That's spelled ATEM Mini. And I also shared that I do not have one. I know how they work. And I shared with you one of the best reasons, I'm sure there are more, but one of the reasons that we love tools such as Stream Deck and ATEM Mini is because they make the transitions smoother, from one component to the next. I love that. My recommendation, if you want something smoother where you do not have to, this is what I love the most about it. If I have lots of slides, I do not have to use the Zoom sharing slides, okay? Because although I love the native Zoom sharing slides, sometimes there can be a little bit of a delay, if that makes sense, okay? Even if you turn on the ability for somebody else to share the slides for you and you're able to signal them to do that. I'm not talking about that today, okay? And then someone mentioned to me, I think last night, I went out and had a fabulous time. Kudos to Karen Jacobson, one of my good friends. She's also known as the GPS girl. So you may hear her. She sometimes is the voice of Siri. She's the Australian one, and got a chance to, she was in town. And me and my friends, we went to support her last night. So it was awesome. So basically I didn't get much sleep last night, because then I had to get up early this morning to go to beauty shop. Come back, come back. Come back. How did I get there? Guys, remember I have ADHD, so at times I'm just gonna go there and I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go here, but I'm aware and I wanna make sure I stick to my point. But in terms of, I had somewhere I was going with that, but I like the Stream Deck. Oh, I know what it was. Last night, Robin Hatcher, you guys may know her, had asked me, Marquesa, I think Weatherman has gone away. And Weatherman means that that's a whole process where your slides you're more inside the slide, kind of like you are with Ecamm, versus just a slide being separate. That probably made absolutely no sense, but it's another way, and it was in beta, of how you can share your slides on Zoom. So I'm not aware that you can no longer use Weatherman slides. I'll have to let you know, because that was the question last night. It's not in my submitted questions. So I like to share when I have a lot of slides. If I have one or two, I'll just use regular Zoom to share. And here's a thought, by the way. Here's a thought. If you're tired of the transition loop and you don't necessarily want to grab another tool, such as an ATEM Mini or Stream Deck, guess what you can do? You can use, Zoom gives you different ways to share your content. I think you know that. You just click that big old orange button that says share screen, and you can share your content in different ways. What I love is Zoom has allowed us to be able to share, Dropbox or from anything that's on your computer, whether it's a browser window, a tab, whatever you want. But there's also something where you can share, well, whatever is on your screen will share, okay? The thing is, you just got to make sure that that the frame fits. I'm doing such a terrible job today. Anyway, make sure the frame fits, okay? So let me just tell you exactly what that's called. Give me a second. It's called, this is what people forget. When you guys hit share, you need to go over to Advanced tab. And when you go into, you're wrong, Robin, it's still there. It's still there. I'll come back to what I was talking about. I just see it right now. Anyway, that is so cool. Zoom has added more things. I'll be cockle-doodled. Anyway, it's called share portion of the screen. That is a wonderful way to share your screen without needing to go back and forth, because it's, or you don't have to change it as long as it's on the screen, okay? That's kind of a way to do it. But I can answer that question, Robin Hatcher. The Weatherman slides, or sharing your slides like a weatherman. You know how weathermen are inside the slide, or, oh, it's cold outside, and the weatherman is here and there's snow going across. You know what I'm talking about, weatherman slides. You can do that in the Zoom world. It's called And let's go ahead and click the share screen button again, that green one. You see where it says slides as a virtual background? That's what that means. Okay, so it's still there. Now, I didn't go all the way, but she said she didn't see it anymore, but it is still there. Okay, I'm getting exhausted. You know, talk to myself for a while. I got to take a break. I got to go take a nap. Okay, here are some other questions. Guys, I'm going to answer questions throughout the month. Okay, so some of these questions are really, really deep. And I have big, huge, ginormous news coming up just for people that really want to go bold. They want to bring the bold when it comes to Zoom. This would not be for the Zoom newbie. This would be for the person that's pretty comfortable with working Zoom and they just want to go to the next level. Okay, so we will talk about that. And that connects, Ed Tate, Lori, with some of the questions. And I apologize about the phone. I normally have it near me. That connects. This is why I never give anyone my landline number here in New York City, because, you know, it's all the way across and, you know, I never give anyone that number, but occasionally you'll get a spam call or something to come through. So my apologies. This has just been a weird equipment day. So you have those days. I'll try to make sure we don't have those anymore or less often. Yes. So I'm going to go back to my questions really quick. I was asked about a studio makeover. I find this question so exciting because I did my very own studio makeover. And this is a little bit of what equipment do I need? What cables do I need? And guys, I learned a huge secret. Oh my God, oh my God. If you have problems with your internet and you have the highest internet, like 1 gigabytes, but you still have issues and your internet is intermittent, you know what I mean? It's just in and out, unreliable. I have a way to stop it. Yes, I do. Now, I don't want to share that way until we speak next time, okay? Because I want to be able to lay out the steps, but it's a game changer. So I'm going to use that when I share about Studio Makeover. So thank you for that idea. I think the question came from Ed Tate. I'm not sure. Or it may have come from Patty. I don't remember, but I am going to share something on, you know, what did I do when it comes to making over the studio? And you'd be surprised how you don't need a whole lot of stuff to have a quality type of programming. So that's a good idea, the studio makeover, if you will. So let me get to work on that and I'll give you a date on when I'm going to do it. But I'm also going to throw in something I just learned because I have just been miserable when it comes to my internet as of the last, golly gee whiz, 3 or 4 months. I've seen more men from Spectrum than I've seen in my whole life. Instead of saying it's raining men, I can say it's raining Spectrum text because, oh my goodness. But I finally figured out why, and whoa, and whoa. So we will talk about that. I did answer the questions about sharing slides. Okay, but the exact question, this is what I'm going to end with. The exact question was sharing slides without using share screen, which I described as slides as a background. As I mentioned before, I use an ATEM mini switcher to handle the slides. I'm an Apple Mac user. Zoom is on my MacBook Pro. And then she says, I have a second laptop with my slide deck. Awesome. Although, okay, guys, here is my thoughts on that. I just want to pause for a second. Do you mean an extended desktop? I'm assuming, because when people say like second laptop, that confuses me. But if you mean an extended desktop, which may include a second laptop, then that's fine. So we'll assume that that's the case. The switcher enables me to cut back and forth quickly between screens, me speaking and slides, or a combination of both. I told y'all with a touch of a button. Again, this is a jerry-rigged configuration. It takes a while to set up and it is thrown off software upgrades. Is there a more straightforward solution? If so, what? Oh my goodness, yes, it is Stream Deck. Stream Deck. Okay, I'm telling you guys, it took me 5 minutes to set it up. It is the easiest thing to set up on the planet. If you're interested in me, let me see. I'm I'm trying to think in my library for Bring the Bold, which I'll talk about more. If we had a deep dive on, I know we had a deep dive on ATEM Mini that's been recorded, but I don't know that we had a deep dive on Stream Deck. I don't think that we have, but if you're interested, message me. You know, you can message me directly on social media, you can text me, or you can also email me at team@mlpspeak.com. Okay, but or just go to zoommybiztool.com and then submit it and say, Marquesa, I'm interested in that. And I'm gonna do a deep dive on why I love the Stream Deck, because the Stream Deck, I don't have to go through all that. It's just, oh my goodness, it's so amazing. I love Stream Deck, guys. I do. I also did what a lot of people do. The box arrived, I was all excited. And then I was like, I'll set it up later. And it was still 2-3 months, still sitting on my desk. And then I decided, let me just do this. I just spent all this money, right? So, and then I didn't get the big Stream Deck. I got the smaller Stream Deck, and Stream Deck is cheaper than the ATEM Mini. So then I open it up and literally they send you perfect instructions. I mean, like, oh my God, perfect instructions. And it took me no time. And it's smart. It's really, really smart. So I know you're like, so guys, I highly recommend that if you want that smooth transition. But let me just think about that on how I want to share that magic. I'm probably going to bring on one of my buddies that's a Stream Deck expert, you know. So we'll talk about that, guys. But and then I can kind of answer your question later. Okay, good. So guys, there's a lot more questions. Thank you guys for adding it. Continue to add more questions. I will be back next Thursday. Okay. And join me. Now it'll be next Thursday in my grandfather's office at 7:30. I'm sorry. What is wrong with me? Why I get 7:30 from? Goodness. At 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay. I was going to show you something before I go. Cockle doodle, but you know what? I will show it to you later. It's kind of cool. I'll show it to you later next time because I've already gone over. Anyway, my name is Marquesa Petway. They call me the Zoom Queen. I am the creator and founder of the Virtual Business Club, formerly called Club ZQ. Y'all like that, huh? And my mission in life, y'all, is to help you live your best business virtually, so much so that I'm giving away free mini Zoom strategic makeovers. All you have to do is go to so many domains. All you have to do is go to liveyourbestbusinessvirtually.com and it'll take you right to the gift. Right to the gift, no other distractions. Live your best business virtually.com. If you go there, you know how yes, I'm playing off of the other one, live your best business virtually.com, and you can get your free gift. Okay. And you can also feel free to text me, y'all. Let me know what you think, where you heard me, any suggestions or thoughts. Where is my number? Give me a second. I have a lot of numbers, so I can never remember my number. And that is horrible. Okay. Let me see. I think it's right here. It was just in my face. Give me a second. Here we go. All right, here we go. My number is, text me at 917-724-8462. And guys, normally I have slides on all it. I'm sorry, I said 8. Really? 84, is it 8462? Yeah. I'm sorry, 917-724-8462, 917-724-8462. My apologies. Today, that ADHD was just out of control. Sorry, it happens. Okay, so I'm going to my phone. I don't know why, just to see if any of my community people, text people, message me anything, because if so, I like to kind of, I am on your liveyourbestbizvirtually.com, but because you're in webinar, I don't know if you are receiving. Okay, no, I am receiving it, Andrew. But if you go to liveyourbestbizvirtually.com, guys, I don't want to confuse you, but the biz where I abbreviate it, that's just going to take you to the main site. But if you want the gift, just spell out biz and do business. Okay. I know, not confusing at all. Okay. Anyway, it's been fun. I miss my music. I miss all my little bells and whistles, but that will be coming back when I return from my workation. But while I am on my workation, I cannot wait to share some answers to questions for you. And there's a ton of releases. Zoom I think they had a minor issue on the recent update. So they just sent out another update a couple of days ago. So make sure that your Zoom is updated to the latest version. How do you do that? You're going to go to zoom.us/download, zoom.us/download. And you're going to go there and gives you complete instructions on how to update your Zoom based on what kind of system you have. All right, no more, done enough. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. My apologies for the tech issues. Yeah, okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I appreciate you. Thank you guys. I know how precious time is. Boy, do I. And so for you to just take a few minutes to come and hang out with me, it means so much. I'm hugging you right now and I'm kissing. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful rest of the week. And I appreciate you so much. And as I love to say, go out there and Zoom like a boss, okay? Bye, y'all. This is where I would need music because music is just an easy way to exit. But, when you don't have music, then I have music, but I don't, but I do. But I'm not going to sing. I used to sing back in the day. Those singing chops are just not there anymore. So, I don't want to scare people. So guys, have a wonderful Wednesday. Okay. Okay. You can stop now, Marquesa. As soon as you find your Zoom window, there you go. You're going to end it. Bye, y'all.